Well, what's this like? It's a domain name video. Let's just say that it's interesting times if you know anything about domain names at the moment. But on the basis that most people haven't got a clue about domain names, and the power of a domain name, and the value of a domain name, in an era where without domain names there is no internet. Which is why domain names are that powerful and that valuable. And you can walk down any high street in the UK pretty much, and there won't be a pawnbroker that will accept a domain name. There might be, but not at the time of this video. You can't sell a domain name in an auction, traditional auction house. They won't accept them. Their customers don't understand. You can't take a domain name to a bank and use it as digital collateral. But when you see what domains are available at the moment for £5, £10, £15, £20, interesting times. Obviously, I look at domain names, what gets bought, what gets sold, who buys it, how much it sells for. And that's it. Tomorrow there's a 3letter.com which will sell for at least £30,000. A 3-letter website address in .com. You couldn't take that to a bank and say, can I have a car? Can I buy a car and I'll actually use this as collateral? Bank wouldn't have a clue. Banks are trying to still invent a new type of Bitcoin, like a Britcoin or whatever you want to call it. Twice the time. Bitcoin was invented to bypass the banks, and it has done. But the banks don't like the fact that cryptocurrency has bypassed the banks. And the problem is that the banks are too late to the game and can't do anything about it. Because cash is defunct. Banks are defunct because they don't accept digital assets in a digital era, which makes them all but useless. With the greatest respect. We're living in weird times where some people, they're fresh out of school, they've got good grades, they've gone to university, they've got this we got it. We got the degree, the qualified degree. Most degrees are completely useless in 2021 because the people that made their money in 2021 took a punt on crypto, took a punt on domain names, and took a punt on NFTs. None of which are recognised by traditional lending methods, which makes even traditional lending methods pretty much not far from useless, because we live in a digital era with digital assets. And the problem is that people are coming now, those that actually, that's not a code, they're coming out of school, but they're being handed down crypto, they're being handed down NFTs, they're being handed down valuable domain names, which means the next generation of workforce doesn't need to work, which will create a staff shortage, especially when you've got a DBS, which is actually barring people from work anyway. So you've got the DBS barring people from work, and there's the next generation of workers don't need to work because you must go to work, must get good grades, must get a degree, must get a good wage, when all you need is to buy a camper van. You don't need to buy a house anymore. So you don't need to get a degree to get the big salary to buy a big expensive